This is what it's like to simulate the Titanic. I guess. I only guess because I have not experienced the Titanic, nor have I watched the Titanic movie. So I've made underwater Rusty, so I'm not sure if that's gonna do anything or if it's just gonna, like, I don't know. I'm checking out the ship to see if there's any damages or something like that. And if it looks to be a bit laggy, it's because the Titanic is a massive ship, so of course it is going to lag at least a bit on any computer. Just kind of exploring the whole ship to see. Hold on, is there a downstairs? There's not a downstairs that way. I'm just gonna keep going. What happens if I change watercolor? I have to pay Robux for that. Typical. Typical Roblox. Oh, it is nighttime. Let's see how the ship is looking from outside. Is that a bit of rust down there? I can't really tell. I would have to go onto the bottom of the ship to find out. Although it looks like there is some water flowing down there, so I can only assume that the process is working. For a moment I thought that was rust, but it's certainly none of that. Is this the farthest downstairs I can go? There's a... You can get arrested and imprisoned in the Titanic? I'm sorry? Wow. That's something. We're getting somewhere. I'm just trying to get to the bottom floor. See if I can get to the flooding. Which it doesn't seem like... If it started to flood, I feel like I'd see some rust down here by now. Unless I just have to repeatedly keep clicking on make underwater rusty, but I don't think that'll be the case. Oh, scratch that, I think I found it. There's definitely rust down there. So, let's see, does that rust eventually break the ship? Or is that just how it is? I think that's just how it is. I don't think it's sunk at all. So I pretty much just have to click to trigger that, from what it seems like. So if I say place it right over here, will that do anything? Will that fill up the ship by any means? I have no idea as to what that did. is any water flowing out of it. I tested that out when I clicked on it before and it started flooding, but didn't do it with this one, which is strange. So I don't know what that did. I just pressed down the click button, but that did tilt the ship. That did indeed tilt the ship, and oh yeah, it is definitely split, as you can see in between. So what I assume these are would happen to be kind of like weights to, I guess, set down the ship. So if I set another one on the other side, would that rotate back by any means? Or no? Nah, it's just sinking down the... That's sinking down this side of the ship, but... Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of all of that. Everything's already sinking, so... What's it done? What damage is done is already done. I just have to move to the other side of the ship before this side sinks. If I can make my way. Oh yeah, I might not be able to make it. Hey, maybe it was the rust. Oh, it is lagging so hard to the point where it's sinking slow. Extra slow. Yeah, it doesn't look like that side of the ship is sinking that much. I'm gonna move on to that side. Oh yeah, that guy is dead. Dead for sure. Anyways. This one's starting to tilt a bit. It's not. Time to check and see if that actually provides weight. You know, maybe that person isn't dead. Maybe he's just floating in the water, trying to hold his breath. 'Cause you know, if you are alive, then you still have some air in you to start floating. But if you lose all that oxygen, you start to sink. Unless that's not how anatomy works and I'm just stupid. But yeah, it seems like I am currently... Okay, yeah, this boat is sinking as well. Well, this side of the ship. Because I can definitely tell that it is starting to tilt a bit. And there's another... Oh! That's not jail cells, that's an elevator. That makes sense. But yeah, everything is just tilting. And everyone that is on the ship is probably gonna die as well. But it seems that these people have not evacuated, even though I did that command to evacuate. And let me just see. You know, this feels like the World Trade Center because you see that side of the ship that's already pretty much sank, and then you're left with this side of the ship that's on its way to sink. Doesn't even feel like one singular thing. It's now seems like two. But yeah, now that we are on top of here, I kind of want to rush the process quite a bit so we can make this a little faster. And that side of the ship is definitely gone. You can see from that angle, the center of the ship is pretty much down there. There are tons of bodies just on that side. You can see those specks, and now the top of the ship seemed to have. Well, it didn't despawn. It just left the line of sight. Oh yeah, you can see a bunch of these parties just at the top of the ship, like on the evacuation state. Although it's too laggy for any of them to move more than 1 inch a second. I'm gonna try and swing this out. So those ropes cut. I have no idea how to operate a ship. Oh yeah, I have free cam on. Oh, you can see that these people are trying to swim, but the others just don't seem to be moving at all. Oh yeah, I could get a great look underwater. Let me just take a look at that. Oh yeah, I can go inside the ship as well. Yeah, it is like the majority of the. I assume this is the back part of the ship. Yeah, the back part of the ship is done for. Like all we can really see is the very bottom. But there does not seem to be much hope left for this part of the ship. Gotta sink it faster. I'd like to take a better look. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna get any deeper down there. By this point, I think I'm not even gonna be able to get to the bottom floors. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to start walking back up. I think all of the sleeping rooms are just gone by this point. Sabrina Carpenter gotta move back up. I know she just lost her father, but like, yeah, her. Okay, Sabrina, your espresso is up here. You don't have to keep procrastinating. You just gotta keep walking up. Get a nice seat on the couch here if I'm even allowed to sit. I guess I'm not. Let me just check on the other side of the ship. Oh yeah, that is gone. That is all gone. Yep, it's over with. It's just the top of the top. and it's pretty much submerged. Yep. Like a couple more flowing of waves, and that part of the ship is gone. Oh, we still have that lifeboat available. I'm gonna go ahead and go on that lifeboat. This lifeboat is how I live. I'm the sole survivor of the Titanic. Oh, I can drive it? I saw the speed thing. I could definitely drive it. Come on, let me move it. Let me move it. I'm trying. I'm trying. There's nothing attached to the lifeboat. The speed's going up. So why is it not moving? It's too laggy. It's too laggy. Oh well. Maybe I don't have to be the sole survivor. Maybe I can just be another part of this ship. This ship holds a legacy and I'm part of it. And no, I will not carry it on. Yeah, those people are dead. Those people are for sure dead. Some of their legs are still moving, but that's from the waves. A man too gorgeous to leave the earth. So unfortunate. But then again, he is on the Titanic. And that lifeboat does not work. I'm sure there aren't even phones by the time the Titanic came around. And if there were phones, there definitely weren't phones on ships at the time. I could be wrong, though. I am bad with history, aside from presidents. Which, even then, I'm still not good with history. Oh, the lighting. Caesar, 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 camera boys. We got a whole line going over here. Just like follow the leader. Miranda Cosgrove is not making it out alive, unfortunately. The waves are swallowing her whole. Just take a look at those waves. And they are struggling to climb up those stairs. The stairs are tilted to the point where it's difficult to just walk up with legs. They actually have to use their arms to slowly but surely make their way up. So by this point, pretty much everything is gone. The same's about to happen with this side of the ship, just like the other side. And what I've just come to realize is that this is the back of the ship, which I was wrong earlier about the other side being the front or the back of the ship. Because this part at the end is not supposed to be in the front part of the ship. Well, it's time for me to get back on that boat. The love boat. Soon we'll be making another run. The love boat. Do 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 do. Can I make it onto the boat, please? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is how I survive. I'm sure the newspaper picked up on it by now. I'm gonna start a time lapse with this part of the ship just sinking at this camera angle. And then the video is going to end. Alright. We are basically almost done with the backside of the ship. As you can see here, there's a whole graveyard on the ocean here. As you can see, their legs are barely moving, but that is just the sea moving those legs. Of course, they are all floating on top of the water. The top over here is basically almost done with. And the left survivors at this point in time, somehow Miranda Cosgrove survived. Either that or that's her twin sister, if she has one. Then we also have Tommy Innit, the Abuser, and then this Bass Pro Shop guy. And then we have one of the captains, and then we got a lawyer, a faceless lawyer who's facing at the plank of the Titanic. And it seems that Miranda Cosgrove just died again. So same with the lead singer of Lovejoy. And yep, Tommy's gone too. And now we're just left with these two. From what it seems like, the Bass Pro Shop guy is going to make it out, the sole survivor, but he is going to fall as well. That's just how it's going to be when you are on a sinking ship with no lifeboats left. Unless he wanted to swim over to that lifeboat over there that I'm on, but at this point the game is so laggy that he probably doesn't have the capability to swim all the way over there. On top of the waves that are just flowing at high, rapid speeds, it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. But yeah, this is basically the last of the ship here. Pretty much everyone is just gone, and I am the sole survivor. So yeah, that's going to be about it. This is a story on how I survived the Jamestown Massacre. Clap it up for that. I'm glad I got to tell you all my sob story here. And yeah, Yeah.